Well, it's pretty much almost 6 o'clock, and obviously I didn't really sleep that much at all. And when I tell you that this video is meant to do nothing else but just educate and let you all know, what I'm going through, like really beyond, messaging. Because if I just message you guys and I say like, like, oh well, for example, the whole, like it's hard for me to smile. Obviously, that can be interpreted as, just being depressed and, a lot's going on and a lot is going on. And then that kind of plays a part in it. But at the same time, it's also, uh, there's so much stiffness in my face and my neck. And it just makes me look very disinterested even when I'm not. And obviously that goes along with my voice. I sound, very, very monotone, very, just like, oh, hi, hey, how you doing? So and that's sometimes where, I get a little bit higher, like, hey, how's everybody doing? Because, if I just speak normally, then for the most part, I'm going to, just sound just like this. I'm going to sound very, again, very monotone, very, you know, you know, uh, and to some people, you could say depressed or down, even when it isn't the case, or, sound very disinterested. And so now that we got that out of the way, cool. I'm gonna go and take a bit of a walk. As you can see, walking very slow, and this is where I start. When I go and I take a walk, I get balance issues. That's kind of where, like I kind of start to fall, or I'm just start leaning around a little bit. And yeah, my feet. Let me see if I can zoom in on my feet here. Nope. Nope. Okay. Never mind. But if you can see my feet, again, like they look normal. Another thing you also will notice, if thing that happens with my hands is that they kind of clamp up like this, like I'm holding something, like I'm holding like a little pill. And I've noticed that. I've also noticed that it always looks like I'm holding something. And of course, there's also the slurring of the speech that also kind of plays a part. And again, I'm only doing this just to educate and just to let you guys know that, this isn't just completely normal stuff. I mean, it is in a way, but it's also something that needs to be explained, because or else people won't know. And it's important for people to know. Okay, so I go and go downstairs. Which again, notice that pretty much everything, is just very, very slow. Very slow. It takes a lot more time. Okay, we have now made it downstairs, and what's another thing that happens? Yeah. I think that's about the only thing that comes to mind. But I guess, I could also just try, just gonna set the camera here and just kind of sit down. For the longest time, my parents thought maybe I just had essential tremors, and that was really more of the case. And I think, for a while that was the case when I was still in high school, but uh, now, every time I'm at rest, like I'm sitting here right now, and I could just see my right arm just shaking, and then it kind of shakes. Then it just goes from here, then just kind of goes back and forth, and then it just stops, and then it goes right down to my to my right leg, and then the left leg, and the right hand. But I'm gonna show where I'm just taking a seat. Okay, and this is just me sitting in the chair. Now, for those who don't know, essential tremors basically are, if usually if I were just or basically where, every time you're moving around, that's when the tremors get worse. In my case, it's the opposite. It's when I'm at rest, like I'm going to sit in the seat right here. Just watch for my hands. Okay. So I'm sitting here in the chair, and immediately my left arm just starts going. And yeah, and then I just kind of start just looking around, just I've also noticed that I've been having a little bit of a distorted sense of smell. Like I can, for example, let me see. Let's see here. Gonna have hand sanitizer. No, I know it's hand sanitizer. I can definitely inhale it, but still doesn't, obviously this hand sanitizer is very strong of a scent, and usually, I could feel it somewhat kind of going up my nose, but nothing. Nothing that, whereas anyone else that would just, put hand sanitizer on their hand, next thing they would just get a very strong scent. Whereas my scent is not very strong. Don't worry, I'm gonna, make sure to turn the lights back on. Okay. And now I'm just going to set the camera right here. And again, I'm just gonna kind of just sit around a little bit. Just at that moment, my left hand just kind of slumped down. And again, notice how hands always kind of look the same. And then I put it up like this, and again, it's always like I'm holding something. I've also noticed that I've been having a little bit of pain in my right shoulder. I mean my left shoulder, because I can't write with my left hand. I can only write with my right hand. So yeah, it's another thing. Okay. Now I'm gonna see if it changes when I'm just sitting around. I'm just gonna try to stand as still as I. Okay, I'm just gonna just try to sit here, sit still as much as I can. Okay, yep. So, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it all. These are all the things that I'm going through. That I've been going through for a while now. Obviously, some of these are a little bit new. The pain in my shoulder certainly is a new thing that's been happening for a while. I've certainly been having these issues for just the issue of trying to walk around for about a year. Yeah, so about a year. That's what I'm, yep. And I've just also noticed I repeat a lot. I've kind of always had that, you know, with being on the spectrum, being autistic. But the only difference in the way that I talk now compared to when I talked when I just, you know, was only diagnosed with autism. I haven't been diagnosed with anything yet, but symptoms certainly aren't looking good. But I'm getting through it. You know, I'm staying positive. I'm doing my best. You know, I know it sometimes doesn't sound like it. Sometimes I let my anger get the best of me, and you know, for that, you know, I'm just, yeah. There's a lot that goes into it. There's no denying that. There's a lot that goes into it. But what I was going to say is that the difference, I think that the biggest difference is that before I was having all these other problems, I still stuttered and talked, you know, incoherently at times, but it was faster, and it was, you know, it was always, you know, everything was just faster. Yeah, and I obviously still have that. You know, it's pretty much never going to go away. I mean, it's been there almost my whole life. But it's not really so, but like, I mean, like that's always going to be there. What was it? I was trying to say something. Crap. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, but for a while, I you know, again, everything was just fast, and you know, and I still kind of have that. I still kind of have like that speed, but again, like it's more slower. And now The only difference with me talking now is that it's more slower and more monotone, whereas before it was everything was faster. Everything, wasn't very monotone based, whereas, it is right now. Yeah, I also noticed that a lot of saliva buildup. I've also been noticed that I've just been sweating. I've been sweating quite a bit. And just some other things, but I'm not going to go any further into some of the other things that I've been going through, because that just wouldn't be, no, and nobody wants to hear that. That's what I wanted to show and discuss, and hopefully it, for any of you guys that are going through any of these things, hopefully, I made your day feel just a little bit brighter, and I'm just gonna end the video right here. But there you go. You guys wanted to know why things are a little just kind of going south? There's your answer. So, catch y'all guys on the flip side, I guess.